steakhouse was pretty far, but it was worth it.
All right.
Hope you guys enjoyed.
Now I recorded.
How good was the food? Let me look in culinary. Just let me look in culinary, because I know you have a post there. They want me halfway starving to death.
Oh, I made sure to get a good size steak.
Oh, dude,
Steak.
that steak looks delicious.
Yeah, it's a Cowgirl 16-ounce T-bone, applesauce, sauteed mushrooms, and loaded buckskins, which are really, really crispy buckskins.
My God.
Fresh homemade peach cobbler.
I hate you, Rugel. I hate you.
Yeah,
I hate you.
unfortunately,
I hate you. Don't even talk to me for that.
They had Bud Light on the tap, so they even had a vintage light-up poster of Spuds McKenzie.
Oh, nifty.
For Vass can share that picture.
Well, I would, but apparently I didn't have enough time for the promo.
No, you know what? I'll do it right now. No, Mike. Here you go, guys. My mom is a huge fan of any Spuds.
I'll make it up I'll make it up to you like next week.
Classic.
Oh yeah, I was able to find my mom that poster, and she has the Spuds McKenzie shirt, like the one he's wearing.
Nice. But
That's what I love that we have Matt and Guard and Jet.
should we get started?
Real Matt and Guard.
All right.
I want steak. I want steak so bad.
All right. So you know before we begin.
Everyone, quiet. Fast talk. Fast talk.
Oh, okay. But before we begin, let's just say there's gonna be two devil advocates like in chat. Like just in case after case 1.
What? Sorry?
There's gonna be some devil advocates. While Trials and Tribulations is considered to be the best by anyone, we're just gonna have to play devil's advocates after case 1.
Oh.
Okay.
I think what you're getting at.
Yeah, because me and Rugal have been more of a devil advocate for this title. You know.
Well, when we get to case 3, then my vitriol will be let about the stupid shenanigans that happened with that
back,
one.
Dylan.
Well, I don't like some parts
I'm
of
going
it
to pistol whip the next person that says shenanigans.
But what if I say shenanigans?
That was from Super Troopers. Hey, what's your favorite restaurant? Ooh, shenanigans.
All right.
Super Troopers shaped a lot of my humor because it was so good.
Oh yeah. By the way,
I'm all nimble pimmy now. All right, now what's going on here?
all right. Also, by the way, I decided to tweak my model a bit. We were having this discussion about like Dragon Ball Super and all that.
Yes.
Yeah, because
you
you just clicked on me that maybe I should tweak my face to be more like Gamma 2, Gamma 1 / Gamma 2.
Which now is that on the Mia model or your own?
On the Mia model, and the future PNGtubers.
Oh my god! Let's just say, Rallies, I cannot wait to see how you look as a certain prosecutor.
Oh,
Likewise.
wait, what?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I don't worry. I'll get enough time.
Get your special chrome dome helmet.
Right. You'll be perfect for it. But
Don't you mean Cyclops visor?
All right.
Oh, turnabout memories. What's Phoenix doing here?
All right. You ready?
Yes.
Wait, is this got things in here? Do I even exist?
Sircon.
how did I get into this mess?
Oh, no.
Why? Why did I do that?
Young Phoenix.
Young Edgeworth.
No, that's not Edgeworth.
Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's gonna be bad news. You're lying! Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. ... Stop it! Don't talk about her like that. Skadoosh.
Yep, when Phoenix was a full simp.
I know.
You think shit.
See? He dressed like one.
Oh God.
It wasn't me. I didn't.
He simped too hard.
No, as we're gonna see, not quite the case. But yes, in this instance, in this time window, he is a simp.
5 years earlier, Mia faced second trial.
Yes, now we can see one of Mia's early trials. April 11th, 9:40 a.m. District Court. Defendant lobby number 3.
It's finally time. I'm kind of nervous. Rowley?
Gross.
Oh, Mr. Grossberg. Good morning.
Yeah, please calm yourself down. You're going to get yourself arrested for suspicious behavior, you know.
What are you talking about? I am relaxed, Mr. Grossberg. Look at me. I'm relaxed.
Let go of my lapels. You obviously haven't got the temperament to be a lawyer.
I'm so sorry. It's just that I'm so nervous today.
Oh, well, that's right. This is your first time in the big leagues, isn't it? Well, never fear, my dear. I, Martin Grossberg, am at your service.
Actually, this is my second time in court.
Still, you surprised me with your earnest request last night. Let me handle this case, you suddenly said, and quite forcefully, too.
I just found out yesterday about the case, I mean.
What? And you've already learned all the relevant facts?
Well, about that, you see, I mean, of course I have, I think.
Oh, did you?
Then, in case, don't let your client see you so nervous. You'll see the poor young man with a pink sweater over there. That's our client.
Oh God.
Okay, good morning there, everybody.
Good morning. Try to keep smiling, Mia.
I just want to say I'll give it all I've got. Yep, it'll be fine. No problem. No problem.
What's wrong? Did you have a cold or something, Mr. Right?
Actually, it's right. Like the Flying Brothers, people screw it up all the time. No worries. And yes, I have a cold. That's what this mask is for.
Doesn't work.
My dog says this way. I won't give it to anyone else.
Well,
Right.
as we are going to learn, Phoenix has very powerful sneezes.
He kind of
He does.
Right, Mr. Wright. You have nothing to fear in court today. If you are truly innocent, I promise I will save you.
Please let go of my shirt.
Oh my
That's right. He's the one on trial, not you. He's the one that should be nervous. You need to stay strong for your client, Mia. My name is Mia Fey. I'm still pretty new at this lawyer thing. The first time I appeared in court was a year ago. But that trial traumatized me so badly, I thought I'd never set foot in another courtroom. It's been 1 year since then, and, well, here I am again. But this time I'm going to win. For my client, and for myself.
April 11th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2.
Get to see the young judge, finally.
No,
Court is now in session for the trial of Phoenix.
actually the young judge is a completely different judge, so...
Yeah, this is, you're thinking of the young Winston Payne.
Yeah, this
The
judge
defense
a
is
colonel.
ready.
He is
Your Honor.
always this age, no matter when you see him.
Okay, that's...
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. I say it's ready, Your Honor.
Must be a fair, was it?
Yes, Your Honor. Is there a problem?
I was under the impression that Marvin Grossberg was to be leading the place.
Yes, well, you see, Mr. Grossman had a bit of emergency.
The emergency? But isn't him standing there right next to you?
Yes, well,
They're just working. Are you sure you can really handle this?
don't let him scare you, Mia. Give him your toughest look. Of course, Your Honor. I think.
Well, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please.
Well, I think Your Honor. Well. I can't believe a veteran like me has to spend my babysitting a new defense lawyer. I say this is gonna turn bad. Don't worry, little girl. It will all be over soon. I say it will all be over soon.
What was that all about? Was he trying to trash talk me?
Now then, I'd like to proceed with the summary of events on the day in question. The incident occurred on the campus of Ivy University. The murder victim was a student named Doug Swallow. I suppose swallow a lot of things you don't even know what he's swallowing. He was a fourth-year student studying pharmacology.
Sounds like he was a very bright man.
Yes, well, bright in the light bulb. But yes, well, next we have a photo taken at the scene. I say go to the scene of crime. Students discovered the scene shortly after the murder. They found the victim's body. Well, boy didn't take a chance. And the defendant, who had obviously bungled his getaway, didn't call the police.
That certainly makes the defendant look very suspicious indeed. Very well. The court accepts this photo into record as evidence.
Crime photos.
By the way, I can't quite tell the cause of death from this photo.
Hey, now, we'll go ahead and run this for them. Reputation was sagacity? What's that word?
Yeah, sagacity.
Sagacity is well earned, Your Honor. No black can't hear see a thing. The truth is that the victim died a rather unusual death.
An unusual death.
Is that right, Echo? When
What do you mean, Mr. Payne?
Well, perhaps the defense would like to take this question. For a girl so nurse can't even think straight.
Huh?
A simple question. I thought it might loosen you up a bit. A gentle man, if you will.
What?
If you will.
You're never doing me, huh? Know what you're made of.
A gentleman, girl, what are you, deaf? Man who's kind.
Go on. Please say you know at least this much.
I'm so sorry. I didn't get a chance to read through the whole file.
Damn.
Harlem Shake.
Memories are beginning to echo.
Uh-oh.
The details of the case are filed under the court record. But you knew that already, didn't you?
The court record. I think I just see that I pressed the tab. Get the attorney badge.
But how do you know where the tab button is?
Come on, where's any key? Don't swallow.
I hate that you had to tell us so
Also, I'm going to be honest. It looks like freaking Leon Kennedy.
Yeah, Mal. That's the joke. Everyone always remembers at Grossberg.
That's the joke.
My hemorrhoids are acting up and ready to do the home shake.
Oh no.
To be perfectly honest, it's kind of a forgettable line.
Yeah.
Okay.
All the weapons we need can be found in the court record. Take a good hard look at the data on there and think carefully before you answer there.
Okay, so like, yeah, sir. I'll do just that. But stay calm. I can't let that prosecutor get the better of me. Court record. Okay, let's take a look. I just pressed tab here.
Now then, will the attorney for the defense please answer the question? What was the cause of death?
Excellent. According to the court records, it was a fatal electric shock. In other words, electrocution.
Electrocution? How did such a thing happen? Did the murderer use some type of new super powerful stun gun, perhaps?
The answer to that will become crystal clear as this trial proceeds on. But before that, there is one more vital issue.
What's that?
But also, that you can't even hear the first word coming out of my mouth. Why, a motive, of course. Apparently, there was some bad blood between the victim and the defendant.
Bad blood?
What do you mean?
Oops, see, I'm terribly sorry. I said I'm terribly sorry. You're the defendant attorney, so you must know all about it. I shouldn't be stealing your spotlight like this. Looks like spotlight kind of
I
dull.
really don't like this guy's smug attitude.
That Winston Brain for you. He is one smooth operator, if you catch my drift.
Don't call me him
The
the
Ricky Killer for nothing, you know.
Now, let's hear from the defense. What was the source of the bad blood between the victim and the defendant? And this time, I would like to see some supporting evidence.
Evidence? Right.
Is she arguing the prosecution?
Oh, there it is. There's Dahlia Hawthorne.
Dahlia Hawthorne. Phoenix's girlfriend. Date of the victim, Dope Swallow.
Well, no need to get all worked up over this. As I said, all their weapons can be found in the court record. Find the evidence you need and then shove it in old Graybeard's face.
Yes, sir. Into old Graybeard's face.
Mr. Ghostbug. Try to set a better example for the young lady.
Shut up, you. Evidence is the only thing in the court record. People's profiles are there as well.
I think he might have been getting covered in spit as he just talks. He's like, okay, just.
Listen, Mr. Ghostbug, don't think shoved in my face or purse.
The tab button.
So be sure to go over there.
You want to just pause it there and let the laugh out.
Between Phoenix Wright and the victim.
Of course, girlfriend.
The reason for the
and
bad blood
what you don't
between
see
the two
is
of
like
them
the courtroom
was...
has like an inch of spit.
Deadpool, let VaStar.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. The reason for the bad blood between the two of them was this woman here.
Dahlia Hawthorne, is it?
Very good, Miss Spike. You seem to have picked up on at least this much. This woman is a girlfriend of the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Say Phoenix Wright. But up until about 8 months ago, she was the victim, Mr. Swart. Clearly, she had some part to play in the story. There goes Honest again, just mumbling away at anything they hear.
All these shenanigans before the cross-examination starts. He's already got the judge thinking as he likes.
Very well, Mr. Payne. Please call your first witness.
If it pleases the court, I say if it pleases the court, the prosecution would like to call Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What? The defendant himself? Well, Mr.
It's fine. After all, Mr. Wright is innocent, right? The defense has no objection.
Very well.
This is like a violation of my Fifth Amendment rights.
The court calls Mr. Phoenix Wright to the witness stand.
First rule is never have your defendant testify.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
Yes.
Your name, boy, your name. Need your name, your job. Just tell the court what it is.
My name is Phoenix Wright. My job is well, right now I guess.
So spit it out, boy. Spit it out. The time is wasting.
It means what did you do before you were arrested?
Oh, I was a university student.
Mr. Wright, you understand that you are a suspect in the death of your fellow student, Doug Swart.
But I didn't do it. I'm innocent, I tell you. I'm telling you how.
Unlikely story.
Mom did defendant please refrain from passing on his code to the residents.
Maybe.
Seems like the witness has something, but he wants to say. He says what he wants to say.
Well then, Mr. Wright, please tell us about your relation to the victim.
Your Honor.
It's weird. It's weird seeing Phoenix like this.
I know it is.
Yeah.
I admit
Not
I was
really.
there. But I'm not the killer. All I did was find his body. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. I never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe.
What?
Let's see, so you hardly knew the victim.
Right, like I said, I'm not the killer.
It looks like the judge understands.
You're being naive, Pinole. Too naive.
Huh?
It seems that you've forgotten one small thing, young lady.
And that would be?
This witness still has to undergo something called cross-examination.
Cross-examination?
Bro, so they just can't hear anything I say.
Is what? It's the defense's duty to carry out the cross-examination. The purpose is to determine if the witness's testimony contains any contradictions.
Contradictions?
If the witness is lying, their statement will conflict with the court record.
But Mr. Wright is my client.
Oh shit, you're right. Oh, fuck it. Even if he is your client, in court all lies must be struck down. As a lawyer, that is your duty, you say.
What does he mean by that? You saying that testimony just now? That there was a contradiction?
Madam, your cross-examination, if you please, must start.
Please, Mr. Wright, tell me you haven't been lying. You wouldn't do that to me, would you? Okay, so like you say, I didn't. Okay.
Yeah, you can't do anything yet. You have to kind of go through.
Yeah,
it's the first one.
If you didn't go first, I was there.
I admit I was there, so press that.
We'll start with that.
When you say there, you mean the place where the victim was murdered?
The place where something happened anyway.
Something, I say something. You can't hide what happened. We have photographic evidence, boy.
Anyway, Mr. Wright, what were you doing at the scene of the crime? I thought you said you didn't know the victim, Mr. Swallow.
It was just a coincidence. We bumped into each other by accident.
A coincidence, huh?
A coinky dink.
But,
if you will.
Okay. Why do you want me to press everything?
You're pretty much just trying to, because you don't have the evidence right now to really do say anything. You're trying to find a contradiction in what Phoenix has been saying.
And so we're doing the tried and true, press everything to get all needed evidence.
You say you found a body, so who called the police?
Unfortunately, it was some other students that notified the police.
Other students?
That's correct, though, Your Honor. They were witnesses. Witnesses who saw the defendant standing there next to the body and shot.
Oh. What is this true, Mr. Wright?
Could you stop sneezing every time you're in a bind?
well, it's
Can't
true that I
help
was
it, he's
pretty
sick.
shocked. It's true that I was pretty shocked when I found the body. But I...
So, you didn't know his face, or even his name, right?
well, no. That is, I mean...
So, which is it? Do you know him or not?
Now, here, you kind of bothered answering the question by sneezing all day.
well, I guess I did know his name.
News to me. Why didn't you tell me that before?
I heard he used to date Dolly.
What was this Dolly person?
Yes, that would be the defendant's lover, Miss Dolly Hawthorne.
Oh, well,
Pretty good, but Brandon's head is empty as an air balloon.
Oh, buttersweet.
Well,
Stuck up British wannabe.
Mr. Wright, you said it the following in your testimony. I hardly knew the guy to begin with.
I mean, why wouldn't I even...
But that doesn't sound right. If you hardly knew him, then why would you say the victim was a stuck-up British wannabe?
Oh.
Well, Mr. Wright...
no, it wasn't me. I'm not a killer, I swear.
Mr. Wright, I will give you an opportunity to revise your testimony. You know the victim was, as you put it, a British wannabe.
Yes, well...
That's why we also did it fast, because now he had, he was always...
He was always walking around with a huge Union Jack on the back of his shirt.
All right, we'll press him on that.
That's British flag.
Did you see at the crime scene the Union Jack? I mean,
That's right. I saw it at the crime scene. That's why
Stop!
I figured he must love British stuff. See? It's true. Cross my heart, and I hope to die. I swear I didn't do it.
he's acting fishier than the salmon I ate last night.
Do something, Miss Faye.
Yes, Your Honor. What is that?
Who is this person anyway? This Union Jack fellow?
It's the British flag. The Union Jack is the name of the United Kingdom's flag.
Oh, so you mean like the stars and stripes in glorious Nippon?
As usual, I said as usual, Honor. You're so busy and know what's going on.
Hey, something just occurred to me. Isn't there something strange about this bit just now?
Yes, there is a contradiction here.
Mr. Grossberg.
Quickly now, show that boy your main business with evidence right there.
Okay, Mia, check the corporate carefully.
All right, we'll say Raleigh.
Okay, 1 year ago, I was a gardener just like this. I can do it. I can handle this myself.
You mustn't try to bite off you can through, Mia.
I'll be fine. I know what I had to do.
The hard way.
Remember, you can always trick him to get more information. Oh, and one more thing. We are going to...
Ow. Yeah.
Oh God.
Take your time.
I just bit my tongue.
Ooh.
Ow. Oh man, as somebody who
Hey,
keeps
shit.
biting the inside of his
Yeah.
cheek, that hurts.
That sucks.
Oh, you
We're
guys
now
bite
going
your
to
cheek.
space of contradiction. Make sure you present some definitive proof.
Okay, Mia, one more time. From the very
Hey,
beginning of
Nick,
the
spit as usual.
Okay. So we gotta
Okay.
find where the evidence is for the contradiction.
Not gonna lie,
Walk around
I'm
with a Union Jack in the back.
not gonna lie, I half expected you to say suffering
Yeah, that
succotash
has
for all
to
There
this.
you go. That's the one.
Eh.
Yep. Don't
Are
have
you
it.
certain you saw the Union Jack?
Yeah, I'm sure. It was right there on his back.
Most players, there's some little point to this line of questioning.
Your Honor, please take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, there's absolutely nothing on the victim's back.
Hey, wait a minute. He was wearing a leather jacket. The Union Jack was on the back of the t-shirt he was wearing.
I was under the impression that you accidentally came across the body. But if that was really the case, then you wouldn't know that, would you? You have no idea what he was wearing underneath that jacket!
Oh.
Mr. Bright, you've been lying to me!
Please forgive me.
Oh God. What in the heck?
Yeah, this is a bit
This is so
awkward.
weird.
Crime.
Let him! That P on the shirt doesn't stand for things anyways! I can't believe I trusted him! Mr. Wright was all wrong!
That was an impressive, I say, an impressive bit of a cross-examination, dearie. Thanks for your uncovering the lies for me. The vocal daughter done for me. But it's clear that this man, I say, did not simply stumble upon the scene of the crime.
No, did I go too far?
Yeah.
By the way,
you
Mr.
kinda
Rat,
did.
you seem to have rather a bad cold. Have you taken any medicine for it?
Yeah, I took some, but
Was the medicine that you took over the counter brand called Cold Killer X? I say Cold Killer X.
Sudafed.
that's right. It's cold, good. It's cold. It kills colds, good.
Oh no, it's better than Sudafed.
Hey, wait a
It's
second.
Omega Fed.
How do you know I'm a big fan of Cold Killer X?
Sounds like a
Give
big
it to
mouth.
Would you happen to have that medicine? I say happen to have the medicine right now, would you?
Well,
Listen up, boy, might miss something.
actually, I seem to have lost it somewhere.
As usual.
You lost it? Does this even have anything to do with the case?
Mr. Rat.
Uh,
Shall I tell you where the cold medicine is right now?
Huh?
Hmm?
Your Honor, I say, Your Honor, I'd like to take a look at another photo from this crime scene.
No. What's this? In the victim's hand, it's Cold Killer X, the famous band.
Yeah.
Yes, but even I got a bottle of Cold Killer X in my apartment.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid the argument won't work. There's no doubt as to who this bottle of Cold Killer X belongs to. Especially since Mr. Phoenix Bright secrets all over it.
Well, what?
Since in his murderous intent, and I say his murderous intent, Mr. Swallow must have picked up the bottle of medicine, dropped by Mr. Phoenix Wright and had it in his hand. His purpose in doing so can only have been to identify his killer as Phoenix Wright. Your Honor, I say, Your Honor, I'd like to present this photo of the bottle as evidence.
Very well, the court will accept them into the record.
Dude, Cold Killer X gonna give it to you.
X gonna give it to you. Nice.
R.I.P. rapper.
Also, the victim's wristwatch was broken.
Broken?
Yeah, it's broken, as in cracked. Non-functional, broken. Yes, it was ceased functioning when a large wave of electricity passed through it. Well, Mr. Rat, do you have some kind of explanation for all this? Well, help me out. Now, boy, you need to say something.
Oh, my poor butter. My poor butter.
We didn't need to know that. Just stop.
What really happened?
There's a reason he's called Grossberg.
The truth is, I went because he called me. He was in the pharmacology department, so we agreed to meet at 2:45 behind that building. We talked for a bit, and then at around 3 we split up. Then later, when I went back, I found him lying there. I've been taking Cold Killer X for like at least 2 or 3 some days. But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on that day of the accident.
Mr. Bright, that's completely different from the testimony you gave previously.
I mean, that's par for the course for this series.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Pretty
I was
much.
afraid you wouldn't believe the truth.
You'll forgive me if I say you'll hardly find your current testimony any more creditable, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Miss Flurry, please begin your cross-examination.
Oh, please, Mr. Wright, don't tell any more lies. Okay. Have you ever met the victim before then?
No, never. But that day he called me up and told me he wanted to talk about Dolly.
Oh, this Dolly person is?
My, it's kind of embarrassing. She's my, sweetheart. I'm a simp.
Yeah. Really?
What was that for?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just felt like slapping something out of a sudden.
Dahlia Hawthorne was the lover of the murderer victim, Doug Swallow. Before she met Mr. Wright, that is. Up the boy that was like roses.
Nasty love triangle, I see.
The first time I've seen it. Was it Mr. Saw who indicated you should meet at 2:45?
Yeah, we were both right there, right on time.
You said the victim was in the pharmacology department, right?
Yeah, he was studying how to manufacture and improve pharmaceuticals, Breaking Bad style. I recall him the alchemist of IVU.
I see.
I gotta admit, it was a little suspicious. He had a whole laboratory and everything. It was filled with chemicals and strange machines that run on high voltage electricity.
I'll blast it. It sounds like he was quite an ambitious young man. I better see if Umbrella's hiring.
Maybe I should ask him for more details.
Oh, that Umbrella.
Capcom game could happen.
Yeah, it could.
So you are obviously searching that you met at 2:45.
Who made Cold Killer X?
Deadpool.
Trycell.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, pretty sure. That's the time class ends. But they're always doing experiments, so it doesn't matter much.
Experiments?
Yeah, those pharmacology guys are always in the lab whipping up something.
Well, it looks like he's right about this time anyway.
Witness, let's go on with the testimony.
Yeah, you know, like Ebola, T-virus, Nemesis prototype. Yeah, they just whip off everything.
I feel like I'm being pressured.
Nah. What fascinating? What do you think I should ask him?
Yeah, but
I was wondering if you could tell us more about the pharmacology department.
Hey, sure, I don't know all that much, though.
A little urban, you said about something interesting. You said the department uses strange machines that run on high voltage electricity.
And they sure look dangerous. They use non-standard voltages, so there are high voltage cables everywhere.
High voltage cables?
Yeah, you could say it was a live wire.
yeah.
Yeah, there were electrical poles set up all around the building. High voltage cables run over our head around the roof.
Finally, I think we're getting somewhere.
Ended with Tesla coils.
Okay, but I wanna mention something. Sircon, I know this is not the right time to ask, but you gotta make sure to get a new mic somehow, because you always cut in.
Well, I'm currently using my laptop.
Oh, yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
maybe a plug-in microphone or something.
Let me try that. Give me a moment.
Yeah, that would be a good idea in case.
And again, anyone, if feel free to use our new, the new point stuff that Vas added.
Oh, but I wanted to summon Blaja.
I know, but the whole
Roger.
Let's not summon Blaja, please. Well, we could, but it's Shark Week.
it's rough on my end, all right.
Fair enough.
I'm not made of time, okay? Whoa.
You're
Nobody
made
is.
of atoms. No, wait.
Alright, I'm back.
Yeah.
Does it sound better?
Pretty much.
Yes.
We talked for a bit. Oh.
Okay. So what is what you were talking about?
You know, that maybe we should hang out again sometime.
Okay, hold on. Hang out again sometime? Wish that were true. So you said you went back.
Yeah, that's when I found the body.
Yes, but why did you go back in the first place? Weren't you angry with him?
Well, that's right, I was.
Then why, Mr. Wright? Why did you get back there?
I thought maybe we could make up.
Yeah, complete with kissing.
What the fuck?
That came out wrong.
That came out way too wrong from even Phoenix Wright. Oh my god.
Yeah, kiss and makeup, you mean?
Why is this game on top of the list?
That feels so weird because in the previous game, Phoenix looked like even when he was a kid, he was to be an attorney. So why is he acting like that?
Yeah, he pretends to get older.
You'll learn why he's acting like this soon enough. Just let the game play out.
Just judging by the atmosphere, I'm pretty sure no one's buying this.
No.
Okay. It's rather unusual to catch cold at this time of year, is it?
I always get a little careless when the weather starts to warm up. I guess I shouldn't sleep with the window open this early in spring, huh?
I suppose common sense is not always common. So, did anyone know that you were taking cold medicine?
Well, I always took one after meals. So I'm pretty sure all my friends knew about it.
And your enemies, whoever they may be.
Oh yeah, the lost bottle.
On the day of the incident, what did you do for lunch?
No? What does that have to do with anything?
You can't be too sure.
I always eat with Dolly, just the two of us. Dolly's homemade lunches are just the greatest. Her mini omelets are just magically delicious.
great bento boxes.
Well, why did you punch me in the jaw?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just felt like hurt someone else suddenly. I don't know, something about her kind of messed me up.
I think that's enough for now.
Could you say it could be the result of raging against the normies?
So
Yes.
the defendant and the victim met at approximately the time of his death. And the defendant returned to the scene for some unknown reason.
I'm not entirely convinced by his explanation about the medicine bottle.
Let me be frank here, Mr. Wright. Your testimony cannot be trusted.
What do you mean? I knew it was too much work for a little girl.
However, there is one mystery that still remains.
There is Your Honor.
How many licks
How
does
the
it take?
murder was carried out, of course. Just how was the victim executed? I don't believe the murder weapon has been produced yet, correct?
Well, that is, I say you are correct, Your Honor.
So how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? I could somehow establish how it was done. Maybe I could still come out of this mess smelling like a rose.
Established murder with can't right now. Can't right now.
No, can't.
I do have one idea. Would it be impossible to prove it?
Well,
This Lord?
Rally. It's,
Oh, really?
Well, my dear. We'll get petty at feels. Now is the time to...
Mr. Grossberg,
Remember, violence is not tolerant. We're in court anyway.
so it's not both. Well, in that case, Your Honor,
that's what's play.
I believe that if we were to piece together everything we've heard up till now, we should be able to solve the mystery of how Mr. Swallow died.
That would be most impressive.
Quite the brass statement coming from a rookie. But even a beginner, I say a beginner like you must understand the basic rules of the court, yes? And the attorney must be able to supplement their arguments with evidence. And girl, you got
Of
no
course
evidence coming out of nowhere.
Of course I know that. Actually, I've totally forgotten about that.
So they don't know nothing.
Now then, Miss Ray, let me see what you've got. Show me how you believe the victim was electrocuted. That's
Yeah, that wire.
The visibly sparking power line.
Yeah.
The wire's loose.
Yeah.
As for the cause of death, I see this picture captured it quite well.
What? But there's something that even remotely resembles a murder weapon here.
You see the loose wire?
I'm afraid the defense is going to have to explain this in a bit more detail.
Nani?
With using
Miss
your
Ray, where exactly in this photo is the murder weapon?
using your remote.
Well, naturally, it's right here.
What is that?
Rugal, what are you doing?
Because it's just like it's like the judge is getting dumber as he goes on.
Yeah.
What is that?
A severed electrical cable, I believe, Your Honor.
It's like he's turning into Steve from Blue's Clues. That's how dumb it's getting.
Remember, that's what we've heard. But please don't talk too slow, okay?
I'm not.
Disturbs me. The machines the pharmacology students use their experiments require high voltage, and because of that, there are special high voltage cables strung up everywhere.
So then the high voltage cable.
Yes, the high voltage cable is the cause of death.
Yeah, they have so many centrifuges running at one time. That's why.
Yes.
So that they can do their
Guys,
strider.
let Vass talk. Let Vass talk.
I'm sorry, Deadpool. Just like sometimes I.
It's all right, Vess.
It is.
Yes, the high voltage cable that is supposed to cause death. That's most likely the explanation.
That certainly sounds plausible. Well, Mr. Brain, what do you have to say about this?
Well, I believe some praise is in order. To myself, that is.
Don't toy with me, old man.
Now. The victim's cause of death might indeed have been a high voltage cable. However, I want you to think about what that really implies. The only one who had the opportunity to use a cable as a murder weapon was the defendant. I say the defendant, Mr. F's right.
Not much is certainly true.
Yes, and that's not all. We have proof, indisputable proof that will establish and that Mr. Wright was the murderer.
Well, what is it?
His fingerprints, Your Honor.
Fingerprints?
Why is everybody repeating what I have to say around
You
here?
mean that the defendant's fingerprints were on something besides the medicine ball?
Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, the victim is wearing a leather jacket. And as you know, leather holds fingerprints quite well.
You mean
Yes, it was quite clear, quite clearly imprinted on the chest area of the victim's jacket. The palm print of the defendant's very own hand.
What?
I can only think of one way, Mr. Wright could have left a print like that. Intent on murder, he squarely pushed the victim toward the separate electrical cable.
Yes. Hold up. That's enough. I think we can conclude that there is no reason to continue with this cross-examination. Raleigh.
Pick up coconuts.
Mr. Grossberg?
My favorites never lie. The throw is over me out.
Ew. The fact that he can tell cases by his ew. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, I'm done. Sorry.
I knew that boy was guilty the first time I saw him.
No, you're wrong! Mr. Wright is innocent!
Why does it do that?
Further evidence is required to convince me of this man's guilt.
Your Honor!
At this time, I am prepared to render a verdict in this case.
Uh-oh.
Do you have something further to add, Miss Faye?
Is this what you want, Mr. Wright? You still haven't told the truth. The whole truth.
That's the truth, so help you God.
The Zircon?
You haven't progressed. Like I'm.
No, I can hear birds in the background.
Oh, birds!
I heard sweeping sounds.
Yeah.
If you do something now, the judge is gonna hand down his victory.
But I can't. I just can't say it. If I told you what really happened, then I'd be.
It's
Well,
okay,
stop sticking
Mr.
with
Wright.
your penis.
I'm your attorney. You can trust me.
Miss Faye.
No matter what it is you have to say, I believe you and I'll represent you to the very end.
Aye.
We've already established the defendant's guilt. There's no further need for him to say anything. Shut up, boy, don't say nothing.
Wait a minute.
Mr. Wright?
I'll tell you what really happened.
Well, but I've already told you, boy, Mr. Wright, there's no need for further. Would you shop off from boy spreading germ disease?
I did it. I pushed him. It's my fault. My fault that Doug Swallow is dead. That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news, bro. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Stop it! Don't talk about her like that. Skadoosh.
High voltage.
Oh boy.
Oh shit.
But as we saw in the flashback, he pushed him back, not forward.
Or
What you just said was that the truth?
Yes, I was afraid. I was afraid that if I told the truth, everyone would think I was the murderer for sure.
Well, things currently stand, we're all absolutely convinced you are.
But please give me one more chance to explain. This time I swear I'll tell the whole truth. It'll be okay, won't it, Miss Faye? I believe in you.
Oh, no, thank you. Still can't believe it. You really did push the victim.
It feels like my samurais are doing the harm.
There, is this
I
was one?
hate him now. What?
There. Are you happy now, Google?
Yep. I know what's coming.
That should never be a thing, ever.
When I pushed the victim. That guy. He was talking bad about Dolly. Skadoosh. I lost my temper and gave him a shove. At that moment, I heard some kind of loud noise. A little while after I left, I started to get worried. So I went back, but he was just lying there, dead.
Yes.
Well, the explanation is really quite simple. When you pushed him, Mr. Swallow fell back and touched the cable. He died from the shock that, as they say, is that. Look, I probably knew it.
A simple explanation indeed.
At the time of the incident, a light rain had been falling. What from the rain, the victim was more easily executed.
But when I pushed him, there weren't any electrical cables nearby. If there had been something like that, even I would have noticed. I was gonna say, like, yeah.
That's true. Even a doofus like him couldn't miss that.
Mm-hmm. Hey, wait a second.
Both of them would be electrocuted.
Let me warn you right now that if your cross-examination doesn't yield any new facts, I intend to deliver my verdict without further delay. Are we clear on that?
Yes, Your Honor. Don't give up, Mia. If he is innocent, there must be some kind of evidence somewhere that will prove it. So, what kind of things did Mr. Swallow say to you?
He said all sort of terrible things about Dolly. He said that she was a bad girl.
And then Pleather for Breakfast begins to play.
Is that all?
Yep.
Well, Miss Faye, you have heard him yourself.
Oh boy, you're not gonna do any favors here, Mr. Wright. I know what that was. Don't make this harder than it already is. Shit.
Anyway, after he said that, I just...
Shit.
Can you tell me about what happened in a little more detail?
That guy, he just said what he wanted to say to me. And then he put on the jacket he was holding and started to leave. That's when I lost my temper and I flew into a furious frenzy. JoJo style. I just gave him a light, gentle. I just gave him a light, gentle shove to the chest. That is not light, dude.
Floored him.
Furious frenzy.
And when you did that, there was no separate cable anywhere to be seen.
Right, there was nothing like that at all.
Well, is it possible that you merely overlooked it?
Well, I guess it's possible.
What are you doing? Don't let that guy steamroll wherever you like. Teabag spot.
I believe what's important here is the moment the push occurred. Let's continue on with the testimony, witness.
A loud noise?
Oh.
And what would you say a loud noise was, Mr. Wright?
I'm not sure, but it was really loud. It was like snap. You know, come to think of it, I wonder what that was.
That's true?
I think he's AFK.
No.
Oh.
Clearly, Your Honor, I say clearly it was the sound of the victim being electrocuted.
You're not qualified to decide that! Should I do? I'm putting out some dangerous ground here. Ask for more
Ask for more details.
Mr. Wright, now... Wow, that a lot of background noise. Like that background really picked up a lot of background noise.
It's because remember you had Circon switch to a different mic vest.
Yeah. That loud noise. I wish there was a like an instant like button to mute to toggle on and off.
No. Circon took care of it.
Right, that loud noise. You may heard that may be extremely important. So try to remember what it was.
How did I put it? It was like a sharp crack. Could it have been?
Yes, could it have been? Hurry up and tell us.
When I pushed him, he dropped the umbrella he was holding. Skadoosh, 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 skadoosh. He fell right on top of it and it broke. It was probably the noise I heard.
The umbrella, did the umbrella belong to the victim?
It was a plastic umbrella, cheap and frail, kind of like the owner. Then again, I wish I had any kind of umbrella. I was totally soaked to the bone.
Miss Faye, what do you think? Is there something important in that testimony just now?
Well, I would
Of course
say
it's important.
Cynthia, the new version you've been waiting for. Of course it's important. No, that super is more than important. It's vital. I want to officially enter it into the testimony.
How? Reverse fitting. Flimsy information from a flimsy lawyer.
The court agrees to the defense's request. Witness, please add the bit about the cheap umbrella to your testimony. Alright, let's press him on that.
Wait, should I?
It's not entered in the court record yet, but you can press him on it.
Fine. So Mr. Swab fell on top of his umbrella. You're certain of this?
Yeah, I was right there under him. Actually, if it hadn't been under him, I was planning on borrowing it for myself, actually.
You mean stealing it?
Umbrella.
Well, yeah, you see, I was wearing the sweater here. Dolly stayed up late for nights at a time knitting it for me. I didn't want the rain to dampen the handmade symbol of her love.
My stomach is not as used to be.
I'm so sorry. It was PTSD.
Continue on with your testimony, witness.
Okay.
It's cheap umbrella.
If I had to make a guess, you probably should present the first photo because the first photo. I knew it.
Yeah, because
Why didn't you talk about the umbrella from the very beginning?
Come on, if I had mentioned that.
I would have been able to counter the prosecution arguments earlier.
What do you mean by that?
Take another look at the crime scene photo. According to Mr. Wright, the victim fell on top of his umbrella. However, if you look closely, the umbrella is nowhere near the victim. Actually, it's by the electrical pole.
You're absolutely right.
The conclusion here is obvious. As the defendant lived, the victim moved from where he fell. In other words, after he pushed by the defendant, Mr. Swall was still alive.
No! I know, I say no, definitely.
The victim, he moved. Mr. Payne, the umbrella on this photo. Where's it now?
Well, it was collected by the police at the crime scene yard.
I want to present it as evidence immediately.
Umbrella owned by the victim found broken near the electrical pole. But I said the umbrella could have been simply blown there by the wind.
According to the testimony, the victim fell on top of the umbrella. There's simply no way it could have been blown by the wind.
But
Now, this matter of the umbrella seems relatively trivial. But as long as the smallest doubt remains, I cannot render a final judgment.
no, I can't say that. No, I say no in a very high voice.
I must say, I still find it hard to believe that a huge hole has been blown in the prosecution's case by the defense's testimony.
Phoenix's testimony: the victim fell on top of his umbrella. There was a loud sound when this happened.
Oh,
Mr. Pern, what are you chuckling about?
Pardon me, Your Honor. I say pardon me, Your Honor. It seems I was expecting so much for a free ride. It was foolish to think I could establish skill through a cross-examination alone.
I'm afraid I don't follow what you're saying.
You never do, Honor.
Let me guess. You have another witness.
Exactly. I say exactly. And the witness testimony, it will be incontrovertible. Words, what are those?
This is witness.
Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Oh, well, you don't mean Dolly.
I do, Your Honor. I say I do. The defense's very own lover is a witness to the whole thing. That's right. She was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. She did it.
What?
I'm sorry to break the bad news to you, my dear.
Bad news? You could have been more raw. Actually, I've been waiting for this.
You can't be serious.
Mayor, what do you mean by that?
I think that's a good point for us to stop at. That will now enter a 20-minute recess. Afterwards, we will listen to the testimony of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
I'm going to watch Dora the Explorer on my iPad. Can you find another weapon? Oh, can I?
What?
I believe it was Mally that made a joke and it was funny.
Yeah, well, Mally's probably also eating his Whopper as well.
I thought I heard Mal was like watching Dora the Explorer on their iPad.
Hey, that's the joke.
The judges.
The judge watches it because the whole thing where we had to point out the wire in the crime court in the crime scene photo, and he's like, "What's that? Where's this? What does that mean?" It's like,
yeah, again, like I brought up Blue's Clues.
yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, Miss Faye, I'm sorry about what happened back there.
It's alright. At least you told us the truth in the end, right?
Yeah, so I guess I can start to relax then, huh?
No.
Relax, my boy. This true piece is what all true warriors.
Oh wait, probably.
Oh my fucking god.
And be serious that you're hiding such important facts.
Oh. But the next witness is my Dolly, right? She'll save me. I just know she will.
No, she won't.
Why do you think that?
No, she won't.
Oh, what do you mean? She's the love of my life. That's why.
The love of your life. Huh. Would you mind telling me more about you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne?
Sure, no problem. Dolly and I, we first met about 8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse. Actually, I'm studying to be a lawyer on the side. Anyway, one day she and I just bumped into each other in the reading room downstairs. That's why I really think it was fate that brought us together. As soon as I first set eyes on her, I knew she was the one for me.
So if you like Southern Bells.
Oh, here, take a look at this.
I mean, they are nice.
Yeah. Like, Phoenix is still in the middle of trying to study for being a liar.
A liar, you say?
A lawyer.
She gave this to me the day. She gave this to me the day we met as a symbol of our love. She had been wearing it around her neck that day, but then she took it off. But before she gave it to me, she said, "I want you to carry this."
All of a sudden.
Because we gave it to you as a present for street.
This darling little bottle is filled with memories of my darling little Dolly.
It's certainly a little bottle, alright.
It makes me so happy. I show it to everyone I meet. I want
Right.
to share my happiness with the whole wide world.
Oh boy.
Dahlia's present. A small bottleneck is on the day they met.
Anyway, so after that, you and Miss Halter started dating.
Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she's always says to me the same thing to me. Please give it back. No.
What a strange girl asking for a present back like that.
She's not into you, dude.
By the way, Mr. Wright, the day you first met Dolly Hunter, 8 months ago, it would have to been on August 27th, would it?
Oh, yeah, was, but how do you know that?
This happened on August 27th, right here in this courthouse.
What's this? A newspaper clipping? Stalker? Let's see. Murder in the court. Oh.
Oh dear. Oh no.
Murder in the court.
Oh, what are you reading there? What I see? Oh, I see. Yeah, I think I understand what you're trying to say. But I think I understand why you suddenly took such a keen interest in this case. You believe there's some connection between these two cases, am I correct?
Mr. Grossberg, please say it, don't spray it.
Newspaper clipping. An article from August 28th, almost 8 months ago.
I hope you don't mind, Mr. Grossberg. I need to finish this myself.
Ah, yes. Let's read what you have from the announcement here. I'll go and have a look in the downstairs reading room and see what else I can find.
Thank you!
I want you to do whatever I can to be of help to you via... Well, it looks like the research is about over. We've better all get moving.
And she said they're covered in spit.
I guess so. That research sure seemed longer than 20 minutes, though.
That seemed like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
We continue.
To be continued.
Must be working off of Dragon Ball time.
Yeah.
Although some fans have started to postulate that Frieza was bluffing.
April 11th, 12:13 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Court will now reconvene. Mr. Payne, please call your witness.
This next person is someone who witnessed the crime as it happened, Your Honor. The person prosecution calls Mrs. Dolly Hawthorne. I say Mrs. Dolly Hawthorne to the stand. Couldn't celebrate, but she's dimpled.
Oh, that aura. That aura is just...
What was this silence?
In my long career as a judge, I have been deceived by many witnesses. It's my job to take no one at their word. But in your case, I must admit that you radiate a glow of complete serenity.
I can't believe he actually said that!
Now that you miss, could you please state, could you please state your full name? Who plays her? Oh.
Sure, God.
I am...
Don't worry, sweetie. There's no need to be nervous.
Judge, don't be foolable. If anyone could say anything rude, you could be sure I'll cut them down the sides. I say cut them right down the sides, girl.
Somebody
Well,
I will
Lamb.
blast them with my gavel.
I love how they looked straight at me when they said that.
Thank you for calming my nerves.
Girls back, let's sneak in the grass.
You're all so nice. I almost feel right at home.
In the courtroom.
That's interesting.
Not at all.
That was nothing.
If we may move on now, what is your full name and occupation?
Seriously.
My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I'm a junior in literature at Ivy University. I just want to say, it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence.
And I'm a bitch.
Honor is all. I said the honor is all mine. And the lamb.
No, the honor is all mine.
Well, we know whose milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
Yep.
That
Because
she went there.
that was
She
still
went
a
there.
top line.
Sir?
Is there anything I can help you with?
You just go on and say whatever is on your mind.
I'm sure there must be some kind of mistake. Feeny wouldn't kill anyone. I just know it.
Feeny?
Yep. I can see why
Right.
you'd say that.
She's going to be a tough witness, all right. Well, it only took her 12 seconds to wrap up them all around with her little finger.
Now then, please proceed with your testimony. Let's hear about what you witnessed on the day of the incident, if you please.
Yes. I like how fucking ridiculous that the animation of these butterflies.
But
Sure
you know what? You
does.
know this though. I like the soulless dead of her eyes though. Like there's nothing in there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
It's
it's
almost
nothing.
Creepy.
and I
She's a
put this into the
psychopath.
stream chat, but the butterflies around her are also paper.
Honestly, I'll be
Yeah.
very honest. Like she's a good like first culprit, if I may ask.
Yeah.
You know what we don't see, DP, is that there's just little wires hanging up from the umbrella with those things on them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the thing is like about the Yathrun, everyone was mentioning like how good as the first case as the best case one witness in this.
Oh yeah, she is.
Above everyone else. At least in Phoenix Wright and Apollo Justice Trilogy.
Yeah.
Actually, no, that was before Apollo Justice Trilogy, but I wouldn't.
Yeah,
spoil
I was gonna
that.
say because like, well, what you had the guy with the toupee who was trying to sell something, and then he got desperate, and then you had the guy that saw the police officer, and then he
hung himself.
That was it.
Okay, so yeah, so like this is probably the best case one culprit.
Yep.
Over here. Then
The field was very wide.
Well, alongside the another case one culprit like in the Apollo Justice Trilogy, but I'll get into that later.
Yeah, we don't know about that yet.
Well, I do, but that's a side point.
Yeah.
I had been planning to go back to Feeny's place after class was over. Feeny and Dougie, they were talking behind the building. Skadoosh. Then suddenly, Dougie got all wobbly and just collapsed. That's when Feeny noticed that I was there. I went to go and find some other students, and they all called the authorities.
I don't know what to say. According to you, Miss Hopkins, the defendant didn't do anything wrong.
Young lady. I say, young lady, those I am, even I can call how hot the flames of young passion can burn. Nevertheless, it's my job. I say it's my job to discover the truth. Please tell us the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Okay.
But I would never.
That's more than enough, witness. I won't allow this to continue.
What do you mean by that?
Please, just let me proceed with my cross-examination, Your Honor. I, for one, don't plan on doing mom kiss on a bitch of paper-thin lies. Haha.
You haven't changed a bit, haven't you? Mia Fey.
So you notice.
Well, sis, so you two are acquainted?
Yes, we've met before. Once.
Then ready, please. Let's play. The floor is all yours.
It's good to see you again, Madam Fey.
Madam! I'm no one's grandma yet, girlie.
All right.
Also, she is a lawyer, not a channeler.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so...
No,
first
that'll
off-
be me.
Now, unless I'm mistaken, Mr. Wright, is in the art department. If that's the case, then what were you doing in the pharmacology building?
Well, church department. I'm studying Japanese and that word, poetry.
Then Ryu approaching. Oh, wonderful. It's that humorous yet satirical style of haiku, yes?
Nothing left to do. Once a man reaches this age, sleep is his best friend.
That's supposed to be poultry? Sounds more like a midlife crisis.
For me to go to the art department, I have to walk through the back area.
Oh, yes, I see. That makes sense. When I want to enter the courthouse, I always walk through the front doors.
So does
How
everyone
would you
else.
enter? Teleportation?
Fire
I
exit.
mean, we all have that quick zoom, right?
Okay.
Like
So
example-
who is this doggy person?
Oh, I'm sorry, Doug Swallow. We were dating until about like 8 months ago.
So what were Dougie, Mr. Swallow and Mr. Wright talking about anyway?
How can you be so mean? I would never eavesdrop.
Oh, just drop it.
I wasn't raised to be so rude and unrefined.
That's right, Mr. I say that's right, Mr. Faye.
Don't drag the witness down to your level.
Fuck you two! Why am I being demonized here?
Wait, go on. What did you say, Doug? Excuse me, we are tier 1 subscribers.
Who cares? We do it anyway.
So are you saying the victim collapsed on his own?
Yes,
In other words, the bandit never touched the victim. Is that right?
I was watching the whole time. Feeney never did a thing to Dougie.
If I pursue for no good reason, I know the judge will get angry at me.
Yes, I will.
So what should I do with the testimony just now?
Still contradiction.
Feeble lies are not very becoming, Miss Hartbro, so let's drop them, shall we?
Especially not for a lady.
What? I would never.
There's only one
Miss
lady
Faye,
in
I
this
say, Miss
courtroom
Faye, I'm
that's
not letting you
today.
provide as witness no longer. I believe the defense is engaged in a finishing expedition.
Fishing.
Oh, that. That is, she has no supporting evidence. Please don't glare at me like that. I'm just doing my.
Now then,
No, you're
Miss
not.
Hawthorne.
You're thinking with something else besides your brain.
The
Well,
bandit
we all know
culprit
that.
was found on Mr. Swallow's leather jacket. It has already been shown that Mr. Wright did, in fact, push the victim. Okay.
Wait,
No, that was-
what? Oh, what?
There's no need to try to
Sound like
cover
a man
for
there for a
the
minute.
defendant. It would be much better if you came out and told us the whole truth.
There's nothing to worry about, young lady. Just tell us everything that you saw.
Oh, quick reading.
Yes, Your Honor. I will. If you don't mind, I'd like to revise my testimony.
Looks like we're finally getting somewhere.
Oh, how I hate her.
As we all do.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed Dougie.
You didn't see it?
Well, the moment I saw it, I saw the moment when Dougie fell to the ground.
And at that time, there was only the two of them up at the scene, dearie. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, and the victim, Doug Swallow.
Okay.
Yes, that's right.
So
hate
then,
to do this
what
to you,
did it look
John,
like they
but,
were doing it to you?
What was that, Sir Con?
I have to do some. I'll be back in like 5-10 minutes. I'll be back.
Yeah, we'll cover you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, Sergio, you come for Dolly Hawthorne.
Right. Oh,
So
oh
then,
dear.
what did it look like when they were doing it to you?
I thought they were having a nice, friendly afternoon conversation.
Oh, give me a fucking break!
I believe it. Thank you, Maya.
That's why I really wasn't watching them all that closely, though.
I believe it.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all?
No, nothing at all, Mr. Judge. God damn, he's smelling his ass.
I like the sound of that, Mr. Judge.
Ew.
Well, let me
No.
tell you,
Stop.
your testimony.
Oh my god.
When you say students, do you mean students for the pharmacology department?
Yes, they're all very fond of their drugs.
Please try to stay on topic. So to find some pharmacology students, you went to the labs, correct?
That's what I was planning to do. But in the end, I wound up not going. A group of about 10 research students came running out of the building entrance.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Yeah, so
Go ahead.
I can stay for a little bit, but when I will be summoned again, I will let you know. But it'll be like less than 5 to 10 minutes.
All right.
Okay, somehow they all seem to know what was going on.
The students knew what's going on? I'm pressing. But how could the students have known what was going on?
Well, I don't know for sure that they knew what had happened. They all seemed kind of excited about something.
It doesn't look like I'm going to get more info about the students.
So, did the students call the police?
Yes, I was so panicked.
That's what anyone would have been, my dear.
That girl, she's telling a super obvious lie, and she knows it. She's pretending to protect Mr. Right. Yes, that's got to be it. Way to go, Mia. Okay, that means I need to find the contradictions on this one. Okay, so I called the authorities. Okay, should I present the...
You need to present on one of the,
Present on...
What would she represent, though? The necklace? Or the newspaper article?
No,
the newspaper article isn't relevant yet. Okay. That will be relevant until much later.
Okay.
I would say that the, maybe... The pills? Not the pills yet. But let's look at Phoenix Wright's testimony real quick. The victim fell on top of his umbrella. There was a loud snap sound when this happened. I have to go find others. They called the authorities. I suggest what we do is we systematically go through each one. I didn't look.
I didn't see the moment. It didn't look like they were fighting. I didn't hear it.
I better hear.
She didn't hear.
Oh, yeah, there it is. You say you didn't hear anything unusual. Is that correct?
Yes, that's why I was very relaxed looking at the scenery around me.
That's nice, but I find it just a little odd. I have here the testimony of your boyfriend, Mr. Phoenix Wright, and he clearly testified to the effect that when he pushed the victim, he heard a sharp, loud noise.
Oh, he said that?
If you were really that close to them, why didn't you hear this noise as well?
Well, maybe the noise was just all that was not memorable. Seriously, dude?
But according to Mr. Wright's testimony, it was sharp a noise like a snap! There's no way a noise like that could fail to make an impression.
May I have a moment to answer?
No, you may not.
Moods.
I know the reason why I didn't hear the noise. You see, the truth is, I had my headphones on, and I was listening to music at the time.
What?
Oh, cry me a river.
Headphones? You mean the both of your ears were covered?
The rain was just beginning to let up, but it seemed as though Thor wasn't ready for his fun to come to an end yet. So the sky continued to flash and rumble.
Thunder whining, huh?
Yes.
Frightening beat.
I'm afraid of the sound of thunder, so I put my headphones on to block it out.
Oh, bull crap. Well, Your Honor, as you can see, there weren't any contradictions in your testimony after all. Clearly, Your Honor, we're not thinking.
Wait a second, Mia, that toast about just now. You said something that could totally change this whole case. Okay.
There was lightning.
There was lightning.
Okay.
So was it just the high voltage?
Your Honor,
cables?
there is a problem with this testimony.
What do you mean?
Didn't you notice? She said there was lightning, correct?
Yes, what was it about?
Well, lightning is actually a large discharge of, let's see, in the atmosphere. Am I right?
No, stop the time per science lesson, Miss Faye.
Yes, Your Honor. Anyway, since the cause of death was electrocution, is it possible the victim died by being hit by a bolt of lightning?
No?
Well, that's so kind of...
I must admit that thought had not occurred to me. I better consult Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Just what kind of does do for this guy anyway?
Bill Nye the
Science Guy.
The entire case is built on the premise that Mr. Doug Swallow was murdered. But that very premise itself is mistaken. The defense believed that Mr. Swallow was, in fact, a victim of a stray bullet.
Yeah, Zeus was having an off day.
That imparts the reflex might be onto something. Could it be that something was actually accidental?
Alright, you did it, Mia. I'll be taking that not guilty now you don't.
Hang on.
Okay.
Again. I've heard that you will have. I've heard that you will have such a low opinion of me, Miss Frank.
Huh?
Wounded even. I'm not a fool, you know. The prosecution has done its research on. We found that there were no lightning strikes on the day at the location. What's more, we have electrical evidence that the electrical cable is definitely linked to this case.
Evidence was found. No bonus was evidence.
Evidence, whatever that word is.
Affidavit. Who's this affidavit from?
The pharmacological students who were conducting experiments in the lab on that day. Allow me to read out the testimony of this pharmacological student. So, Your Honor, all equipment in the labs lost power all of a sudden at around 3 p.m. that day.
Was it a blackout?
All lab equipment runs on high voltage, Your Honor.
You're saying the equipment lost power because...
Precisely. It lost power because of the server electrical cable. The power outage occurred approximately 3 o'clock p.m.
Which was for the time of the death listed in the autopsy report.
Exactly. In other words, well, got to the death. The victim died as a result of touching the server electrical cable. Fried like chicken, which I take offense to that remark.
Lip licking.
According to the
kind of waffles.
According to the students, the cables were very old. They weren't planning on having them replaced in the near future. Walter Irwin. Apparently, the cables had become so brittle that even the smallest bump could have caused them to break. Not that small.
Student's testimony. No power rip due to what happened on 245. However, there's one thing that troubles me. Oh, 255, yeah. If the cable could have been broken by any small bump, then it wouldn't have snapped if it hadn't been bumped into, correct?
Well, I suppose you could say the elder are just using his brain for once.
That's fair.
Yeah, well.
Do you have any thoughts regarding the cause of the severed cable?
Your Honor. I don't like how this is looking one bit. I had to come up with something to try to regain some momentum. If it pleases the court, the best will like to state its opinion.
Well then, let's hear it. Who or what was it that caused the cable to break? Alright, so we need to find out what caused the cable to break.
Okay. Red necklace, piece of evidence.
No.
Small ball, white day of the murder, owned by the victim, broken near an electrical pole. Oh, there we go, broken near the umbrella.
This is it, this is why the cable snapped.
Well, Your Honor.
I believe that the only thing that has snapped is the that snapped.
That was one of your best plans yet, Your Honor.
Ouch, that was harsh. Please, Your Honor. Okay. Give me one.
Okay. Well, then that's what caused it. Okay. It can't have been the bottle pills.
Can't be the necklace.
Unless it's the photo.
No.
I don't know what the photo would show us.
Oh,
let's
no.
look at that photo of Vass. Let's look at the photo again and see what do we think. Is there something that looks like it could have caused? Oh, do you, Doug Swallow? Did he cause it? Just by being
But the
watch? I don't know.
no.
What caused it to snap?
Maybe check the profiles.
Yeah, I would say Doug Swallow.
Well, but from that level of a push, I don't think so.
Or what was it that caused the cable to break? So it could be what as in thing, or who caused it to break.
We don't know what that means.
No, who was in like, was it Doug being
I know,
pushed in?
dude. I know.
Oh,
I know.
dun, dun, dun.
He's doing this for the Sierra Logic thing again.
Oh. I get it. Are you alright?
I'm trying to just tell me. Do you have any ideas?
Well, it could either be Doug Swallow from being pushed by Phoenix, or something else.
No.
No, not even that.
No, the only thing is your brain is snapped.
Oh, come on. It can't be the.
It's not the Cold Killer X.
Not
It's not the Umbrella.
Well, I already did the umbrella. You.
I said it's not.
No, it's not.
The Umbrella.
No.
That didn't work.
No.
Gosh, dang it. How can you do that?
Who or what is?
What happened? Talia herself.
I feel.
That might.
Nope.
No.
Your brain snapped again.
I suggest maybe let's look at the autopsy report real quick.
Yeah.
Fatal light or something?
No, okay, no, it can't be that.
Sue's affidavit. Some sort of impact.
okay,
Total
cool.
impact.
Nope. Oh my
That's
god.
Luke.
God damn it.
Well, there's no life bar or something like that. They're giving you
Yeah.
infinite chances on
Yeah.
this.
Yeesh.
No, that's definitely not it.
No.
We have nothing to present to this at this
Then
point.
it's got to be a person. Phoenix, I guess.
Why would...
Your Honor,
Oh,
please think back to Mr. Wright's testimony.
Oh, right. Because of his
Okay, wow.
Testimony?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
said after he pushed the victim, he heard a loud sharp noise. Now, this happened around 3 p.m., correct?
Yes, that sounds right. Wait, are you saying that?
The lab equipment lost power at 2:55 p.m., which is Mr. Wright's and Mr. Wright's timeline. In other words, it was Mr. Wright's shot that caused the power outage.
Oh dear.
Yes, the prosecution also came to the same conclusion. And it was the very shell that caused Mrs. Fall to be electrocuted.
I'm afraid I can't agree with you there, Mr. Payne.
What's that supposed to mean?
Take a good look at where the victim landed after being shot. See that umbrella? It's by the electrical pole. That's right. The victim was baiting the ball as a result of being pushed. Was that the impact that caused the cable to break?
Well, that makes sense. The victim was electrocuted.
I'm sorry, so sorry, Your Honor, but no, it doesn't make sense at all. The victim was shot at the far pole. It could have been electrocuted by the severed cable in the foreground here. In other words,
I'll be back, folks. Give me
someone
like 5
of
to
them
10
might collaborate
minutes.
must have electrocuted the victim.
Yeah, you're looking at her. She's in the umbrella.
No, no, out of the car.
The limitations of my enemy. How long to hear them?
Okay, Maya, no.
The fence is absolutely correct. Oh, she was going full Conan.
No, she's going full Cleon.
No, Conan. He had
Not
limitations
Rambo?
to the enemy. No, not Rambo.
No, Paul
Oh,
Schwarzenegger. Conan the Barbarian.
Do it.
It's a specific role.
Mr. Judge, sir, may I say something?
No.
No.
Oh, come on. The madam for an explanation. She said something that are a little different than I remember them.
Because you're a lying sack of shit. Oh, no.
What the?
Yeah, because I don't like her face. Please, just once more. May I please testify one last time? Please, Mr. Judge?
Get the heck out of my courtroom.
That's all right.
Oh, I hate
Just go
her.
right ahead and get your new testimony.
This is it.
Wait.
Oh, I hate her.
Well, I don't hate her as much as the next two culprits in this game.
She's a lying snake in the
wonder
grass.
why.
I mean, come on. This is all an act. It's getting rather
Yeah.
sickening.
The truth is, Feeny pushed him twice.
Oh, 2 times.
The first time was in
Two times.
Oh, that's when the cable broke. Then Dougie tried his best to run away from him, but Feeny caught up and crashed into him from behind. The cable snapping and the being electrical, it all occurred in less than a minute.
Dolly, you realize if he did that, then they would both have been electrocuted.
Yeah.
So after being shot, the victim got up and tried to run away.
And that is when the defendant pushed him for the second time, Your Honor.
I'm so sorry, Feeny, but I just have to tell the truth.
You're still lying.
Am I doing the right thing? Am I, Mr. Judge?
Of course you are, my dear. As painful as it may seem, you are.
I smack you upside the head, Judge.
Now then, Miss Faye, you may proceed with your cross-examination.
This is still a theatrical.
Well, she's a really good manipulator.
Yeah, she is.
Miss Hawthorne,
I don't think so.
Previously in the
But then
testimony,
again,
Mahoney, you said the following. Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed Dougie.
I know, I'm sorry. I wanted to protect Feeny.
So that's why you basically lied to the court.
I was a bad girl. I know. Huh, Mr. Judge?
Yes.
Would you please forget a little old...
Yeah. Of course he won't. What did it call picture?
No, come on now. It was just a little old white lie.
Oh, screw you.
Oh, forget it this time.
Yeah,
Please be
very
careful
my
now,
God.
alright?
Oh,
Manipulation.
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Judge.
Not at all.
The judge had better be more careful himself. Dr. Ali's friendlier than that girl.
Oh God.
Okay. Alright, so... Okay.
This right, no, that right there, the Feeny caught up.
Go back.
What, go back?
No, go forward.
Feeny caught up and crashed into him. What the hell?
Okay.
Insect.
Victor fell on top.
No. So I'll be pressing on the next thing.
Less than a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Less than a minute. Yeah, no, that's what we gotta press on.
Okay, the time of death.
Time of death was at 3, but something happened at 2:55. So you're telling me they were running around pushing each other for like 5 minutes?
That's enough, witness.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
Yeah, you do.
You will in a minute. Could you please take a look at this picture?
Look at his watch.
Oh, that's medicine. That's the one Feeny likes to take for his cold.
It's not the medicine I want you to look at. It's the wristwatch. It's up at the precise time when the victim was electrocuted. In other words, 3:05 p.m.
That's your point is much better.
My point is this. What time was it when the lab suffered that power outage due to cable snapping?
Well, according to the student's testimony, the answer is clear on. It was 2:55.
Would you care to explain to court, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne? What exactly happened during the 10-minute interval? The defense person that it was during the interval that the rail murders killed Mr. Dogswall.
This is nonsense. The real murderer.
Even you cannot deny the time between cable breaking and the electrocution are completely accounted for.
Then who was it? Who else are you saying could have done it? She's standing in the courtroom.
There's only one person who could have murdered Doug Swallow. Only after my count had led the scene. Was there a window of opportunity for the real killer?
Much fire? Is the defense ready to indict someone as this real killer?
Yes.
It's finally time. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Yes, Your Honor. We are ready.
Very well. But remember, if you accuse the wrong person, you will be penalized. Think very carefully before you speak, Miss Faye. Now then, Miss Faye, let's have who's the real killer.
Bitch!
There you go.
It can only have been you, Dahlia Hawthorne!
How can you...
I say shut your mouth. The defense is grasping that straw, John.
10 minutes passed between the time that cable broke and the time of the electrocution. What exactly were you doing that whole time, Miss Hawthorne? Were you really listening to some music while cheering them both on as they fought? I find it hard to believe that you didn't leave it fair to stop the man dearest to you.
Alright, that's fair. I mean, why? That is to say...
Miss Hawthorne, I believe you did witness the two men fighting on that day. However, after Mr. Wright pushed the victim and subsequently left the scene, it was you who pushed Mr. Swan to his death by your very own hands.
Yeah.
And the butterflies come back.
How can you say something so mean, Madam Faye? I didn't do anything.
This is a very serious charge, York.
Who said that?
Phoenix.
What the?
Your Honor, please, I have something I want to say. Achoo!
What is it?
Please strike everything the defense said just now from the record.
Boy,
What the?
I'm back.
Are you dead?
You're totally wrong, Miss Faye. Dolly, oh god, she couldn't do something like that.
Boy, I said, boy, what you doing?
Must somebody get back in your seat. Grab that man.
Leave Dolly alone.
No, don't leave Dolly alone. Let her burn as the witch she is.
Yeah, a
That
bitch.
boy.
Wait, Raleigh. Oh.
He's gotten himself in way over his head.
Oh, Mr.
Here comes
Grossberg,
the spit.
you're back.
Well, it seems that I've rushed in that nick of time. I've found the police report and that incident in our news before quitting.
Please report that to the court record.
Thank you so much. This is exactly what I was hoping for.
You'd better take a good look at it. It rather details how you came to lose your boyfriend.
Baldo, the defense has led a very serious accusation. Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this?
Yeah, that's it.
Well, really, Your Honor, that is.
May I interrupt you for just a moment, Mr. Prosecutor?
No.
Don't you worry, my dear. I have the situation. I have the situation well in hand. Shut up, girl. I don't want to hear you talk. Go right ahead. Lord, I'm weak.
Are you seriously accusing me of killing my sweet Dougie?
No.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
Not only saying you murdered Doug Swallow, but you also tried to pin the whole thing on your current lover, Phoenix Wright.
Shut up, girl. I don't want to hear you talk. I told you that you let me handle this. I'm sorry. Please go ahead.
How can you say that? I'm absolutely devoted to my dear Phoebe.
Should have used snake in the grass.
The notion that I would try to frame it is ludicrous. This is all just too much pain for a poor little me to bear.
I believe this girl is trying to ask what on earth her motto would be.
The answer to that lies somewhere in this police report. It
who
must. 8 months ago, an incident occurred in the basement cafeteria of this building, and then, that same day, the two of them accidentally meet. Your Honor,
Incident, basement,
the defense
what?
recorded the further testimony for Miss Dahlia Hawthorne
Barbara, bless him, buddy. What about?
about the events of the day when she first met the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What could that? I say, what could that possibly happen?
The witness claimed that she had no reason to
You
frame the
just cut me
defendant.
off.
Am I correct that well, sorry, but
Go ahead, Vess.
well, I have
Go on.
evidence that suggests she, in fact, had a very good reason.
Very well then, the court grants the defense request. Young lady, would you mind staying on for just a bit longer?
Of course not, Mr. Judge.
Get ready for the battle of your life, Dahlia Hawthorne.
Okay.
How I met my Feeny. I first met my darling Feeny 8 months ago. Wow, this music is really fast. It's like we were destined to meet in this very courthouse basement reading room. The moment our eyes met, my heart skipped a beat. We've been going on ever since that fateful day. we're so lovey-wovey. We're so lovey-wovey, we literally just make people sick. It's jealousy, I think.
But again, you'll be held in contempt of court.
Now we enter the final act of our little drama.
As we used to say in the days of my youth, "Oh, better."
What the fuck was that?
Your acting was genius.
Amazing.
Okay. These are the bones.
Oh God, why did I think of that?
Okay, so okay, what should we press?
A part of me is thinking you should probably press her on the 8 months ago thing.
Yeah, definitely.
So until that time, you have been dating Doug Swallow.
Yes, I'm a real fool, I know. Letting my emotions change so quickly. I'm ashamed of myself.
Frugal?
No, not at all. Look at me, I'm infamous for changing my mind. My critics have even taken to calling me Judge Fickle.
Maybe you should look for a different line of work.
Despite that, however, we've always hands down the correct target. That's why some people also call him the Great Judge Zany.
Okay, so
I would pay to see that.
the courthouse reading room, that's a strange place to meet your love of your life.
That's not true, Madam Faye. After all, Feeney was not only an art student, but he was also planning on becoming a lawyer.
I'm not talking about it. I'm talking about you, Miss Hawthorne. What was the literature saying like you doing your courthouse reading room?
The line of question is, I say a line of questions is a waste of time. It has nothing to do with our murder case.
But Claire, I'm warning you, it has nothing to do with this. Let's just swallow the scares.
I had to remember the judges on Dollar's side. So keep pressing?
I do it. Yeah, keep pressing.
Yeah.
Your Honor, if you allow me to latitude, I think I can establish relevance. Please ask her to continue on with her testimony.
Very well. Young lady, I've got a simple question for you. What were you doing downstairs in the courthouse waiting room?
If it pleases your honor, the answer is simply this. I had come to this courthouse.
Okay, so should I press?
I came to this courthouse to do some research for a paper I was writing. Press.
Yeah. Cool.
You were writing a paper on what?
On the relationship between modern Senryu. I hope I said that right. Senryu poetry in the criminal underworld.
Oh, you can.
That sounds like a fascinating research project.
Am I getting old? Now even I've forgotten what I've forgotten.
Again with the midlife crisis stuff.
We I that girl really to talk about. Into that what you wanted to know. And speaking of forgotten things, you haven't forgotten the police report, have you? I switched the role lot of people to get it. They're so clear personally.
So we need to press her on the why she went to yeah. Police report.
Yeah, I got it.
I'm gonna rubber you out, see?
Gonna rub you up, see?
Okay, there we go. Miss Hawthorne, you weren't here because of your research paper, were you? Did you actually come here for a much more important reason?
I say, what is the meaning of this cocky smile on your face, Miss Slate?
8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse, there was another tragedy.
Another tragedy? What's the meaning of that?
Diamond mentioned in which an attorney was poisoned?
Not poisoning.
The name of the suspect that indicates listed here in this report, and that name is Dahlia Hawthorne.
What?
Hawthorne?
Yes, the sweetie pie of everyone's eye, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. He was the prime subject in a criminal case just 8 months ago.
Alright. This is unbelievable.
Not really.
It's true then. The loveliest rose can have a. But
Miss Spade, I say that is not fair. You can't slander my witness down here, okay? What's your thing? I say I will not, okay, whatever.
Mr. Prosecutor, I believe I was speaking.
That's your phone number, hear you talk. Pardon me, go right ahead.
It's true that about 8 months ago, the police expressed some interest in me, yes.
Express some interest, huh?
Mr. Judge, sir, I now under oath, so I'll tell you the absolute truth.
No, you won't.
I did not commit that crime that occurred during that incident 8 months ago.
My fellow Americans.
Absolutely.
Okay, I tied the two crimes together. I just got to stay on the offensive.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I have really lit a fire in my heart and my blood.
God damn it.
Which is more inflamed, my spirit or my...
Oh, just stop talking. Just stop.
Poisoning.
I can't help but immediately just think that at some point we're just gonna see Grossberg just deflate.
Yeah. I met the lawyer who was poisoned to discuss something in the cafeteria that day. I left my seat for just a moment, and that's when it happened. From what I heard, it was a liquid poison that is lethal at just 2 teaspoons. Not only that, I heard it was a very special kind of poison. So you see, I'm innocent. I wouldn't even know where to get a poison like that.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Really? Another lethal dosage? Right.
That's what happened to her 8 months ago.
However, as you heard from the witness testimony, she had nothing to do with it. Also, when she's an angel, I think that the prince is just out of tricks.
Yeah, it's like she
I'm
wasn't dating
terribly
a
sorry,
pharmacologist
Mr.
student
Payne,
or anything.
but I'm afraid the defense has many more tricks up its sleeve today. And I'll be sure to show them to you before the end of this cross-examination.
So why does the defense suddenly feel stronger?
Stronger, yeah. You're glowing with a true lawyer's aura, my dear. The proud posture and full confidence. Absolutely smashing.
I hope you got my clue, Vass.
Yeah. Poisoning. Okay.
That. I mean.
Oh, wait a minute, go back. You saw that? Go back.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll probably press on the 2 teaspoons of poison.
I heard it was a very kind of. Okay, go forward.
Yeah.
So you see, I wouldn't even know. Okay, right there.
Okay.
Yeah, you could be right.
Well, remember, she was dating Doug Swallow, a pharmacologist student.
We all gathered that.
You wouldn't know how to get that kind of poison. I don't believe you.
What?
In fact, you had an easy access to that kind of poison, didn't you? At your boyfriend's lab.
My friend, you mean the victim, Doug Swallow?
That's right. Up until 8 months ago, Miss Hawthorne was dating Mr. Swallow. And if you recall, Mr. Swallow was a pharmacology student at Ivy University.
Pharmacology?
His laboratory contained highly advanced chemistry equipment. In fact, without such equipment, the culprit could never have obtained such a rare and special poison. Oh, Miss Hawthorne, it seems like you had access to such a poison after all. Now then, it was a matter of slipping it into the victim's coffee when he wasn't looking.
Coffee.
The only person who could have done that was the one sitting on the spare table. You!
Donuts.
Oh, snap!
No. Could it be?
That's nothing but a basic...
May I say something, Madam Faye?
What is it, Miss Hawthorne?
The amount of poison in the coffee was 2 teaspoons, correct? In order to carry that much liquid, you would need some kind of container.
And there's when the pills come in at.
I was searching immediately after the incident took place.
No, it wasn't the pills, Dasher. It was something else.
Yeah.
Something that she gave to Phoenix.
Or rather, what she handed off to Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Quite true. In fact, the entire courthouse was turned upside down.
But they didn't find a suspicious container anywhere, did they?
She's right. They even mentioned that in the report. Well, you could easily got rid of something that small.
On the necklace.
Excuse me, madam, but this is a court of law. If you're saying that I threw the poison container away, I think you need to show some kind of proof.
Proof? She got me good for that.
Provide some evidence or I'll have to disallow this line of questioning, Miss Fair. Rally.
And washing from my boots and my buttons. We're going to lose this lead.
Police conducted a close flight search for Dolly in the Parrot Courthouse, and he had the container holding the voice disappeared at the crime scene.
If we're going to accuse the young lady of committing the murder, then where's the container the voice was carrying?
There.
You were forced to get rid of the container in a hurry, weren't you? That's why you passed it off to something that had nothing to do with the case. Someone that you knew wouldn't be searched.
What was this person?
Mr. Phoenix Wright.
So the defendant was this witness accomplice.
Of course not. She gave the poison to him, disguised as a present.
What? But that's...
That's a charming little necklace. Is this a little bottle? It's really quite cute. So what about it? What does it mean?
Google, did you cut out?
Just a little bit.
The day that the witness met and fell for Mr. Phoenix Wright was 8 months ago. So the August 27th, the very same day as the poisoning incident. Under the pretense of love, the witness gave my client a present. All for the purpose of hiding the one piece of evidence that would give her away.
What? Are you saying there's a deadly poison in here?
No, there's no longer any poison in that bottle. However, I'm certain that if the department went to analyze it, they would find a trace amount.
No.
Yes.
Alright, in the car.
Boyle.
On behalf of Dolly, I object.
That's it. Mr. Rat, control yourself. Control yourself more than one way.
I won't let you bully her like this.
Mr. Wright, I thought I told you to stay in your seat.
Mr. Wright, why? Why are you going through so much trouble to protect her?
Why? Because I am madly in love with her.
No, you're not.
That's the hormones talking.
That is
Madly
your
in love.
king.
I haven't heard anyone say that in a long time.
Mr. Wright, had you ever thought about this? Why exactly would a woman like Dahlia Hunter want to date you anyway?
Well, I guess she must be madly in love with me too.
No, sweetie.
Mr. Wright, please open your eyes. At this point in the trial, I think it should be obvious to everyone. The real reason that Dahlia Hunter is dating you is...
To keep you because of the necklace.
Dahlia Hunter was not, and is not madly in love with you. The only thing she's after is the ball necklace you wear around your neck.
My necklace?
Back there in the waiting room. You said it was. You said it yourself.
Take it easy, sir. Okay.
But yeah, she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back to me now.
Oh.
Rallies?
Oh,
What a strange girl asking for a prison back like that.
Rallies.
For Dahlia Hunter, that is irreproducible evidence of her crime. That's why she absolutely had to get it back.
You're lying.
But you never gave it back to her. And to make matters worse, you insist on showing it to everyone you meet.
Hey, cool. Do you want to see this nice gift? Totally not a murder weapon.
I don't believe you. No, that's a lie.
Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. It's so boo-hoo.
Caleb, Hurley, after him.
Yes, I think so.
That boy, he went completely insane.
Where's Mr. Wright?
It looked like the bailiff put him, so he said he got soon enough.
Thank goodness. Oh no!
The necklace gonna be gone.
What is it?
The bundle necklace. Miss Halter's prison. It's gone. Mr. Wright must have grabbed it when he slammed it onto me.
Boy's boy, that's the only thing that could have saved him. What in places are we supposed to do now?
Okay, so I have something semi silly I want to share when we get to the next scene.
Mr. Wright, this sort of behavior is unprecedented in the history of this court.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I'm afraid that your apology ain't enough, boy.
Mr. Wright, what did you do with the ball necklace?
Forgive me. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Just give it back to necklace.
You can't. He doesn't have...
I ate
it. He did
You
not
what?
eat it.
I'm gonna joke that he's
No, you ate it.
No.
It was too big to swallow, so I had to chew it into little bits first. But yeah. Ouch.
Okay, so the silly thing is that when he said that he ate it, my first immediate thought was that it was like it was a 60-ounce bottle that he had to eat.
What is it doing now?
Your Honor, you got to start the trial. Mr. Wright, are you feeling okay? Does he stomach hurt? That ball you saw may have some poison left in it.
It seems that the defendant has proven the prosecution's case for us. Clearly, that bottle did not contain any deadly poison.
How can you be so sure?
I think that's obvious, sir. Well, because Mr. can't see a thing. As you can see, the defendant is still very much alive. As for the poison, more like deflecting the defense attorney's overacting imagination.
So it seemed.
No, there must be some mistake. The bottle must have not any poison left in it. Either that or the poison must have lost its potency.
There. It's all right, Rookie. Trusting your client is the most noble thing a defendant attorney can do. And it is heartwarming to see that you place this much faith in Mr. Thieves' right. The words. But that's how it's for us on the prosecution side too. For example, I would trust the witness, Ms. Hawthorne, with my very life. I wouldn't. Which is why I can state that your assessment of her is completely wrong, idiot.
That's enough. Unfortunately, Miss Faye, I cannot accept your explanation of the events.
But why?
This may be impossible for a beginner like you to understand. But in a court of law, evidence is everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even after I prove so much, is she going to get away with everything?
Well, now that suspicion surrounding Miss Howard has been cleared up, I would like to proceed with the trial.
Okay,
What the devil?
Sircon?
I can do anything.
Mr. Wright?
I'm sorry, Miss Faye. It totally slipped my mind. I'm really, really sorry. I know you believed in me, and I feel like I really let you down.
Mr. Wright, what are you trying to say?
There's something I forgot to tell you.
What is it?
That day, the day I met Doug Swallow, that girl, you shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. It'll continue to see her. It's going to be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that woman. Last night, someone stole some poison from our lab. Poison? The same thing happened 8 months ago. A drug sample was stolen. She came to the lab that time, too. It could only have been her. That girl was a thief. Stop it. Don't talk about her like that. Skadoosh.
Is it true? Did he really say that?
That's ridiculous.
There's one more thing. After I pushed him that day, I got a word and came back to have a look. And she was there. Dolly was right there. She was crouched down next to him.
What?
She told me to not ever tell anyone about it, but I'm sorry, Dolly.
Your Honor, this is the defendant is.
Miss Faye, you tell them. Dolly didn't do it. She's innocent.
No.
But Dolly sold poison.
Never.
If you put that together with Mr. Red's testimony, then there's only one possible conclusion. The man believes that Miss Dolly Hawthorne stole the poison on the night before she killed Doug Swallow.
The night before?
Naturally, her mother was stealing wants to kill someone!
Miss Faye.
If there's some sort of your theory, then let me ask you this.
It's the last chance. Think carefully now. Something that she desperately wants to get back. Therefore...
Exactly, who was Miss Dolly Hawthorne planning to kill? Swallow.
Oh. You.
There was one person that was sending squarely
okay.
in Mr. Dolly Hawthorne's way. And that person was... Mr. Beer's right!
This goober.
Me?
That is I think that is preposterous. After all, it was Doc Swallow that was murdered.
Well, it's true that how things worked out, but let's remember that Mr. Straw died of electrocution, not poison. That person that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison was in fact you, Phoenix, right? There's no one else that could it be.
But how can that be? I thought Mr. White and Miss Hawthorne were in love.
No, they aren't.
Purpose, right? This must be killing her. Hang in there. I'll bring her to justice. Swear it. I want you to face reality. As I said before,
Therefore, we must murder your love.
Never. The only thing I said, bring him a reality check. God damn it! As I said before, the only thing Miss Hawthorne truly cared about was one piece of evidence linking to her that incident 8 months ago. That's right. That bottle necklace. That's all she cared about.
But even so, why would she go so far as to murder him?
8 months ago, just after the fall of the attorney in the basement cathedral. Dolly Hawthorne could think of only one thing. How to get rid of the bottle necklace as quickly as possible.
No, it can't be.
Search your heart. You know
it was
to be
a
true.
move that she made too. The evidence was missing for a long time. But there just one big problem. Although she got the hideaway, Azura refused to return it to her. To him, that tiny little bottle was a cherished treasure. It even showed it to everyone he met.
You mean that's why she's trying to kill Mr. Right?
Correct, Your Honor. It was to retrieve that piece of evidence.
That can't be true.
Sorry, something came up on my... There was a glitch on my end. Feeny, what a joke you are.
No,
there's the witch.
Ugh. Honestly, how can any woman ever count on you for anything? I even told you time and time again to keep your trap shut about me and that necklace. You disgust me.
Man, I swear, Sirgon needs to get this timing right every single time. Like a better environment or something?
There's not much you can do. Sircon's not in his house. Fast.
I'm not in my old house, unfortunately enough. I'm in a different house.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sircon, you never told Vass, sorry.
Right. Right, because there was something busy so many times that you couldn't focus.
No. No, what it is that I'm purposely turning my mic off, basically pressed to talk. That, because I can see that there's background noise being played in the back. You guys can hear background noise from my microphone.
Yeah.
So that way to minimize that, I'm purposely turning my micro.
You could use noise suppression just in case.
Okay, let me try that. Noise suppression. How do I do?
Sorry.
Under voice settings. It's usually on by default.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Continue, Murgle.
Miss Hawthorne?
It appears that we're nearing
Okay.
the end of this trial.
Fine, I can tell you plan on making me into a criminal no matter what I say.
You are a criminal, Miss Hawthorne.
Well, we'll see about that, but first, where's your evidence? It seems your sniveling little crybaby of a client has eaten the bottle as a snack.
Well,
Hey, old man, are you senile or something? Why don't you say something, instead of sitting there with that dumb look on your face?
Miss Hawthorne, what's happened to you?
Are you really that shocked? Or do you prefer me this way, Mr. Judge? With absolutely no proof, you treat a voluntary witness like she's a mass murderer. Well, I have nothing more to say, so I'll be heading home now, if you don't mind.
But we're not finished.
Fine. Then ask this nasty old snag to finish up already.
I can't let her get away this time.
Really?
Stop me, you keep on pushing without any evidence. You could pay the ultimate price as a lawyer.
The ultimate price.
You'd be forced to take off your attorney's badge forever, I'm afraid.
No!
Disbarred.
You better think it over carefully, Miss Fay. Or should I say, Mrs. Gray.
Well, Miss Fay,
I got it.
can you provide evidence that would establish her guilt once and for all?
I mess with here. My career as a lawyer is over. To be honest, at this point, I don't have any evidence that's well-founded. Even so, I'd rather lose my attorney's badge than let her get away with murder. Your Honor, the defense would like to present proof.
Impossible. You can't possibly. I say you can't possibly.
Ugh. Stupid woman.
It is the opinion of the court that there has already been enough discussion. Therefore, I will allow only one piece of evidence to be presented.
Just
I'll
one?
say just in case.
Yeah.
Are unable to establish her guilt.
Sudden death.
But I'm afraid that a very harsh verdict will immediately be handed down on Mr.
I
Wright.
understand.
I can just imagine the headlines for tomorrow's newspaper. Up-and-coming lawyer plummets to earth before she gets the chance to soar.
She's planning to poison Mr. Wright. If that's the case, then the poison was probably in there.
Well, Miss Lane, please let her show this court that Miss Hawthorne was planning with Co-Killer X.
Yeah.
Then the message.
Here it is, Your Honor. The evidence that will prove her guilt once and for all.
Co-Killer X? Phoenix Wright's beloved accomplice?
Does our work defense attorney have a bit of cold?
If it did, I still wouldn't. Take this cold medicine. After all, it's been poisoned.
What?
Nani?
Remember what the defense said in his testimony?
But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. I was eating it with Dolly, just the two of us.
She was the one who took his bottle of Cold Killer X. Then she poisoned it, knowing that Mr. Wright was going to take some.
Now you're really grasping the straw. I say you're really grasping the straw, Mayor Fay. After all, it was the victim Doug Swallow that was the medicine.
I would like to go to recall the crime that happened here 8 months ago. Where did Miss Hawthorne hide the evidence?
Oh, well, what are you talking about?
8 months ago, the poison was hidden in her bottle necklace, but she gave them to someone else for safekeeping. Someone she actually run into the reading room, my client, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yes, that's right. She did the same thing this time as well. After showing the video, Mr. Phoenix led the scene of the crime. There's when the murderer, Dahlia Hawthorne, appeared. With her, she was carrying this poison bottle of Cold Killer X. This, of course, was to carry out a plan to murder Mr. Wright.
Well, she should justify that she was going to meet with the defendant.
Yes, and she heard and saw everything that happened at the scene of the crime, including what the defendant and victim were arguing about, and they cut electrical cable, as when she realized, I can't allow Dr. Wall to live. She used a separate electrical cable to silence him forever. Unfortunately for her, this is when the problem occurred. Mr. Wright, who she thought that she had blood to see, came back to check on the victim. Now on top of that, against the power outages, substitutes showed up as well. Silently Amy wondered that she put it in a state of panic. She recalled she was carrying the bottle of poison called medicine. So she must have, unless they searched me like they did 8 months ago.
8 months ago?
Yes, she proposed the evidence exactly the same way she did back then. Someone else had to hold it. In this case, Dr. Wall.
Ugh. So, come on now. Everyone, surely you aren't fooled, are you? This stupid woman, she's nothing but a filthy, stinking liar. Right, Mr. Prosecutor?
Huh? Yes, that's exactly right. I say that's right. It's pure desperation.
I wonder which one of us is desperate. So, Miss Hawthorne, this cold medicine, I wonder if you wouldn't mind taking some.
Huh?
Well, Mr. Wright ate that bottle necklace of yours, right? Now it's your turn to prove your innocence. What do you say? If I'm just a filthy, stinking liar, then there's no need to worry. So come on, show us! I dare you take some of that medicine right now, bitch!
Dare you? Come on.
There she is.
You think you've won? Well,
Cue Devilman music.
you.
She's unlocked her psycho power.
Just fine. For the time being. For the time being, victory is yours.
For the time being?
Well, I have a very long memory, you know. You and I will meet again. I'm certain of it. Well then, Mr. Judge, I'll see you later too, okay?
No? Why, yes.
I'm going to spend a little quality time with the men in blue now. I wish you all the best.
It's finally all over. Thatcher, are you okay?
I refuse to accept this. The defense has shown any scrap of evidence to support their outrageous claim. I say their outrageous claim.
But even so, your witness seems to have accepted it.
I don't care. I am Winston Payne, and I believe the one word that this rookie lawyer has said.
Well then, Mr. Payne, let me ask you this.
Yes?
Would you care to try this cold medicine?
What?
Just a little earlier, I could have sworn you said...
There. It's alright, rookie. For example, I would trust the witness much harder with my very life. Well, shoot, I knew that was coming right back in the book one day.
So she still trusts
Oh, and here it comes.
Then I'm sure there could be possibly any poison there, right?
You see, yes.
And here comes the backpack. Come on now, rookie killer. Show this rookie how it's done. How much trust do you have for this woman? Are you willing to bet your life?
And this is how he became bold.
My hair is like my mirror hit. No, whatever. Well, there goes my hair. Shot right off my head.
It's about on par with how Dr. Scratchniff got his hair removed. Mr. Payne, about Miss Dahlia Hawthorne?
Yes, Your Honor. I have filed papers for her immediate arrest.
Tragic, but not surprising. I know there was something suspicious about her from the very beginning.
Don't lie, just admit you're wrong.
By the way, Miss Payne?
Yes, Your Honor?
Was it just me, or did you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne seem to know each other?
Your Honor, whether we did or not has no bearing on this case.
Very well. Mr. Payne?
This can't be happening. It's a nightmare. I say it's a nightmare. It's like listening to my daughter, which I already done a few years ago.
Mr. Payne has lost his spirit along with his hair.
Hey, now don't point out to me off there now.
Does the defendant have anything further to say?
It can't be true. My dear Dolly.
Very well then. I believe I am ready to pass judgment and bring this trial to an end. The court finds the defendant Phoenix Wright not guilty.
He better be, so the game don't happen to me. He's guilty.
Ready.
Oh, good. They changed the Winston sprite. I do like the fact they changed the Winston sprite there with the hair. The court is adjourned. They didn't have to. They could have just recycled that, but they went through the extra trouble of getting rid of his duck bill. April 11th, 3:16.
Well, I mean, this isn't his last appearance.
I know.
Be out your wonderful in there.
Thank you for everything, Mr. Grossberg.
During the verdict, I thought my hemorrhoids were going to explode like Mount Rushmore.
Mr. Grossberg, do you, maybe you stop talking about them?
That's rather rude. Anyway, this case really made me think about my hemorrhoids.
Just stop.
Really mean to have a relationship of mutual trust with a client. It is we veteran lawyers who have lost sight of it.
Oh, Mr. Wright. Congratulations!
Thanks. You know, I was thinking.
Go.
The dolly that I saw up there was on the witness stand. I don't think that was really her.
What?
That was a demon.
The dolly. Yeah, the dolly I know could never have said those things. Oh, those terrible things. Maybe she was like, I don't know, a fake or something.
Boy, this poor kid's so
Well, I say boy.
God, boy. You need to forget about her, Mr. Wright, for your own sake.
Yeah, you're right. That's probably for the best.
Also, you need to relax a bit more. Try to grow up a little. Stop crying.
But out of all my friends, everyone says I'm the most grown up.
What kind of company does this guy keep?
Oh, you wouldn't believe.
Right now, I'm studying to become a lawyer myself.
What are you saying? Deadpool?
Well, no, it's going by who we've met on the way in these last two games, Vass.
Yeah.
Larry?
Right now, he doesn't have any friends at all. Maybe Larry, but that's about it.
Yeah.
No.
Even then.
That's what
he is technically smarter than Larry. Yeah.
That's what you keep saying. But I thought you were in the art department.
Well, yeah, I am. But there's a friend that I desperately want to help. And if I hurry, then I should still be able to save him in time.
I see.
Say, Miss Faye, a lawyer is someone who can help people when they're in trouble, right?
Mr. Wright, I'm still new at this myself, but I think that's exactly what a lawyer is.
Okay, I'm going to do it. I'll study my butt off. I'll become a lawyer for sure. I hope we see each other again someday.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even in court.
Huh.
It's been 5 years since I was acquitted of all charges. I became a lawyer like I planned and managed to save my friend. But Mia passed on to a better place. For me, this trial brings up a lot of painful memories. But it also brings up some precious ones. And memories that I thought I would never rise to the surface again.
Especially after that lobotomy.
Mia is gone now. But even so, I can hear her in my mind.
Phoenix, no matter what, it's always better to believe in your client. In the court of law, your greatest weapon is your belief. And make sure when the worst comes to worst, you always gotta bring your bestest smile.
Mm-hmm.
5
think
long
outside
years.
the box.
Something has happened that made me think back to her words of wisdom. But that is a story for another day.
All right.
Turnabout members. The end.
That was an awesome first
Yeah,
case.
it was the longest of the cases.
Oh, there he is.
Oh no, there's one other case that's going to be longer.
Oh
What
yeah,
about
absolutely.
for a trial case, DP?
Here comes the boy.
Yeah, but you know what? At this point,
Yeah. This one we go in depth.
I'm just going to be honest. I did not remember this case being that long.
Yeah, so unfortunately, like since Turkio is out, I'm gonna have to like end the stream.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a long case. I mean, we went for like
That
what,
probably it'll make probably it'll have Mal in a better condition like next week.
Definitely.
You okay, man?
I'm hanging in there.
Yeah, cool.
Jack's not feeling great.
Okay. Up.
Lego Man says Rallius is very cute and adorable.
No, wait! You gotta say it in a funny voice.
Okay, fine. Rallius is very cute and adorable.
Boy. What a good note to end on. All right.
Yeah. What do you mean, good note?
A sour note.
Cute and adorable.
Yeah, sorry about that. Whenever it says funny Namazu speak, those are those catfish folks in FF14, and then that's me doing the old Ridley slow beef diabetes voice.
Diabetes.
Over here, yeah.
Call Liberty.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and stop recording in the stream.
All right.
Thank you all for coming.